Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Yo, that's gonna be the chopper gunner, okay. Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. In this one, I am going to be checking out as well as doing a best class setup for the LACHMANN-556 assault rifle here in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And alright guys, so of course welcome to my first ever best class setup video here in Modern Warfare 2, and for this one, I want to check out a really interesting assault rifle in this game, which is the LACHMANN-556. Now with that being said, this particular assault rifle is interesting because technically you're not supposed to unlock it yet, and sadly if you're watching this video on Sunday or Monday, or pretty much the rest of the first weekend of the beta, you can't use this weapon anymore. However, it is very likely that for weekend 2 of the beta, we are going to be getting access to this particular weapon as well as this particular weapon's family. So with that being said, right at the start of this video, I want to talk a little bit about the LACHMANN-556, how you could get access to it, as well as how you could get access to the SMG version of this weapon, and then of course I am going to be talking a little bit about attachments. So interestingly enough, in the Modern Warfare 2 beta for weekend 1, the main weapons that they wanted to highlight were in the M4 category. These are weapons like the M4A1, the F-TAC Recon, the classic FSS Hurricane, and so forth. However, another very big family of weapons in Modern Warfare 2 and in the beta is actually the Lachmann mirror weapons, and these would encompass the LACHMANN-556, the Lachmann Sub, or the LACHMANN-762. Pretty much as a general rule of thumb, if you're wondering if a weapon is made by Lachmann, just read the name. So anyways, these particular weapons were locked for weekend 1 of the beta. However, interestingly enough, there was actually a way to bypass that by actually using the overkill perk, because in the Modern Warfare 2 beta, if you put on the overkill perk, your secondary weapon is going to be the shotgun automatically. However, what would happen is if you had the shotgun as your primary weapon and you put on the overkill perk, your secondary weapon would actually be the LACHMANN-556, which was absolutely ridiculous. So that meant that people had access to the LACHMANN-556, and naturally they could level it up, get attachments for it, and so forth. And then also using the interchangeable receivers, they got access to the Lachman submachine gun, or the MP5, as well as the Lachman 762, which is a battle rifle. And that's exactly what I did, and sadly a little bit earlier today on Sunday, that method for unlocking the Lachman did end up getting patched. So if you already have the Lachman submachine gun or the Lachman 556 in your actual loadouts, you can still use it. Like over here, I have the Lachman submachine gun. However, if you didn't have these weapons, you couldn't unlock them anymore. However, it is very likely that during weekend 2 of the beta, these weapons are going to become available. So that's why I'm making this video, where I am going to be checking out the LACHMANN-556. I'm also going to be doing a class setup on it, so that way next weekend, when you guys get access to this weapon, you already have a really good class setup to use. So with that being said, my primary weapon, tactical, lethal, perk, and field upgrade really aren't important because I have to use the assault package, because I have to use overkill if I want this particular rifle. But the main thing that is really important is the attachments. So let's go ahead and break them down a little bit. Of course, my receiver is just going to be the LM16 because I am using the rifle version of this weapon. And then talking a little bit about the barrel, I am going to be using the Aurora 90 barrel, which is going to be increasing the damage range, hipfire accuracy, as well as bullet velocity, only for the downside of aim down sight speed, as well as hipfire recoil control. For my muzzle, I am going to be using the Echoline GSX suppressor, which is going to be increasing the sound suppression, as well as the recoil smoothness. For my underbarrel, I am going to be using the Pineapple Vert grip, which is going to be increasing the hipfire accuracy, gun kick control, hip recoil control, as well as aim walking steadiness. For my stock, I am going to be using the Lachmann S9 factory stock, which is going to be increasing the sprint speed, aim walking speed, crouch movement speed, as well as aim down sight speed. And naturally, for my rear grip, I am going to be using the LMK64 grip, which is going to be increasing the sprint to fire speed, as well as aim down sight speed. And let me just say guys, the LACHMANN-556 is a really powerful weapon in Modern Warfare 2, so when you get the chance to use this weapon, make sure you go ahead and do so because it's really good. Also, make sure you use my class setup and comment down below what your thoughts on it. So yeah guys, with that all being said, if you go on to enjoy this one at any given point in time, make sure you leave a like on it down below, as well as subscribe, as all likes and subscriptions are very much appreciated. So with that being said, let's actually jump into a game of Modern Warfare 2. And alright guys, as you can see, of course, we are going to be joining up into our first game over here. This time, we are going to be playing a standard match of domination. And luckily enough for this one, I did end up joining in right from the beginning. Okay, there we go. Because one game that I actually joined in a little bit before this, it was like halfway through and my teammates were doing absolutely awful. So you know, I did end up leaving, and I think that's the responsible thing to do because, you know, they got themselves into that issue and they're the only ones that can get themselves out. You know, gotta teach responsibility to these COD players. And okay, there we go. That actually ties into another thing that I want to mention. And as I wasn't entirely sure if the Modern Warfare 2 beta had SBMM or not, because I was playing it yesterday, I noticed that over the day, my lobbies were getting periodically harder and harder, and I wasn't sure if maybe it was just because I was playing for a while or something like that, but you know, a picture speaks 1,000 words, so just roll the clip.
Game crash.
So yeah, that was kind of a funny experience. And also, I would like to specify that no, I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm better than Face Swag or anything. I just thought it was kind of a cool experience, and I also checked back because I wasn't watching his live stream live or anything like that, but he just got off playing S&D and he just joined into a game and it turned out to be my game, so... Yeah, with that being said, I'm also on a little bit of a kill streak over here. Okay, there we go. Yo, that's gonna be the chopper gunner, okay. This is actually the first time that I got a chopper gunner before. That's why I was playing so slow. So you know what? Let's just call it in. I think I should just sit in this corner over here. All right, we're calling it in. Oh, we got the over the shoulder look. Okay. They're all hiding inside. Yeah, the only thing that's a little bit weird is you can't move the attack chopper. So that's why you're literally just a sitting duck in this thing, but you know, it's still really cool. Oh, and I'm still alive. Let's go. Yeah, I think in the full version of the game, or heck, maybe even in Weekend 2, they're going to be patching it so you can actually move around the attack chopper. Although I will say, from that very limited experience, it does feel a lot like the attack chopper that we saw in the original Modern Warfare 2, you know, the 2009 game. Oh, okay, there we go. But yeah, actually going back to another thing that I want to talk about, and that's my thoughts with the Modern Warfare 2 beta. And overall, I say it's very enjoyable. And I've actually been having a lot of fun with this beta, and there are only a couple things that I would say need to be tweaked, you know? I think that the time to kill is a little bit fast, but that's just my own personal opinion. I mean, I kind of like the slower time to kill of like Black Ops games and stuff like that, but I'm also okay with faster time to kill games. Like I enjoyed Modern Warfare 2019. But I just think if maybe they can find kind of like a happy medium where it's a little bit slower than what it's currently at, but it doesn't have to be as slow as like Black Ops 4 or something like that. And then also there are going to be some visual glitches and bugs that are going to be fixed, but that's just natural, you know, it's a beta. And also I think it would be really good if they added in red dots on the minimap if a person is going to be shooting an unsuppressed weapon. And also if they do end up nerfing the footsteps because they are a little bit loud, but luckily enough, all of those things, they can be fixed, you know? You don't have to completely overhaul the game to fix those things. Okay, we just absolutely lasered that guy. And if Infinity Ward is really listening to people's feedback, then I think Modern Warfare 2 could be a really good game. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, this rifle over here is an absolute beamer. So yeah, guys, with that being said, that's going to effectively wrap up today's video. I hope you went on to enjoy it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it down below, as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications, so that you guys will not miss any of the latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class ups, intel, and so much more. So thank you once again for watching. I've been your host, Deeper Jungle, and as always, I hope to see you in the next one.